Good afternoon, everybody. PA Figs here. So, we have a problem. Opened up the garage, took a look at the figs. They're all leafed out. It's been so warm here in Pennsylvania that the figs decided to get an early start, which is never a good thing. It's April 7th today, and we have at least a solid month in order to get out of the freeze warning. And last year we got bit at the end of May even with freeze. So we have a problem. Now normally I'd be home quite a bit, but not during the day. Now last spring was a little different because of the virus. We were home and working from home, so we were able to leave the garage doors open during the day, and then we were able to shut them at night so that they would stay warm and not freeze. We could also tended to drag some out into the driveway. We'd leave them in the driveway and then drag them back in at night. Well, we're not going to be home for a while, so that's not an option this year. So I'm going to end up having to leave these in here, and what you'll see is I've actually had the garage door open the last couple of days, and these have greened up. They were super yellow when I first saw them this week here on Monday. So I'm just going to have to leave some in here, and they're going to have to deal without having sunlight here for a bit. And I'll give them sunlight when they can, but we learned our lesson last year that it's actually worse to take them out, because if they get hit by a freeze, that's it. It's over. You're going to in this climate of Pennsylvania here, at least, our season's too short. Those tips will be lost. Any green growth will be lost. It'll have to resprout, and the season just is not long enough to get a good crop at that point. I will, I think, take some of these figs and put them in the greenhouse, give them an early start. We're not doing many flowers in there this year due to lack of time and doing some travel, so I'm going to move a few of these in here and give them a head start in the greenhouse. I've got that somewhat automated at least, so that should give them at least a few extra weeks of sunlight and growth to begin the season. Hey guys, next year, can you please remind me, the figs that I want to put out early, or potentially want to put out early, remind me to put them in the front and not in the middle of the pile on the bottom. Alright, so I've gotten a few select figs into the greenhouse. Got the automatic waterer going. It'll give me a little bit of a head start here in the early season. I've got a Genovese Nero and an I-258 next to it. I always like to compare those two. Behind it there's a Coleodon Ramata, my white Madeira, black Madeira. Oh, I'm sorry, this is my white Madeira. That guy in the back there, jeez, I just put him in. You'd think I'd remember what he was. I believe he was a Coleodon, and then the Pote de Caval. Those were kind of the ones that are a little bit more important to me that I could get to. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to a whole bunch of them. So I'll probably move a couple more into the greenhouse here, but you can see I am pretty much out of room unless I start putting them up on shelves, which is not easy. But this will give me at least a few to get a head start in hopes that I can get some fruit. Some of these may even fruit in August with a head start, but a lot of them will still fruit in September, but they will fruit before frost, which if I don't give a head start is not necessarily the case. All depends on how quick to a start our spring is. I think last year we had freezing temperatures in May and set a lot of things back. If we have a nice warm May, it will certainly help the fig forest here. So, all right, I hope everybody's getting off to a good start, and it won't be long now before we're looking at figs forming. Let's hope. Take care, everybody. I'm PA Figs.